The night had been quiet for me, but restless at the same time. My fiancée, Claire, was out with her friends for her bachelorette party. I trusted her completely, or at least I thought I did. I sat down at my desk and opened my laptop to distract myself with some work, but instead, I was hit with something that froze my entire body. One of her friends had accidentally gone live on social media, and the video appeared right there in my feed. What I saw wasn't laughter or silly party games. It was Claire in the middle of the chaos, sitting too close to a man who was very clearly not me. At first, I told myself it must be a misunderstanding. Maybe it was a prank, maybe she was just caught in the wrong angle. But the longer I stared, the clearer the betrayal became. She wasn't just sitting with him, she was leaning on him, kissing him, completely forgetting the vows we were just days away from making. My stomach turned. My heart hammered so loudly that it drowned out every other sound. I wanted to slam the laptop shut, to deny what I had just seen, but I couldn't. The video was live, raw, unfiltered proof. Her friends were laughing, encouraging her recklessness, and not one of them stopped her. That was the moment I realized, the woman I was about to marry wasn't who I thought she was. The life I had been building in my head was collapsing, brick by brick, right in front of me. I didn't sleep that night. I just sat in the dark, staring at the ceiling, rehearsing everything I would say the next day. There were tears, but not the kind I expected. They weren't from heartbreak as much as from anger at myself for ignoring all the small signs before. Claire had always been a little careless with boundaries, brushing off flirtations as harmless fun. I had chosen to trust her. Now I saw where that trust had led me. When she finally came home early in the morning, still smelling of alcohol and perfume, she walked in smiling, pretending nothing was wrong. She threw her purse on the couch and said, "What a night! I can't wait for the wedding." Her voice was light, but I couldn't match it. I just looked at her, silent, my arms crossed. "Something wrong?" she asked, her tone suddenly more cautious. I took a deep breath and turned the laptop around. The video was still saved online. I pressed play. Her face drained of color instantly. She didn't need me to explain. She knew exactly what this was. The smile she had walked in with disappeared, replaced with sheer panic. "Wait, I can explain," she stammered, reaching for the laptop, but I pulled it away. "It was just the drinks. It didn't mean anything. I swear it was a mistake. A mistake," I said quietly, though my voice trembled with restrained rage. "You were with him the entire night. You weren't thinking of me, of us, of our vows. Tell me, was all of this a mistake too?" Her excuses tumbled out one after another. She blamed the alcohol, the peer pressure, even her friends for setting the mood. But none of it mattered. Trust, once shattered, doesn't come back with a flimsy excuse. I told her flatly, "The wedding's off." She broke down crying, dropping to her knees and begging me not to do this. She said she loved me, that she didn't want to lose me. But I saw her love in that live video. It was for her thrill, her impulses, not for me. I wasn't about to tie myself to someone who could betray me so easily and then lie to my face. The next morning, instead of sending out wedding invitations, I called my family and hers. I told them the truth. Not in detail, but enough. The wedding was cancelled because she wasn't faithful. Her parents were shocked and embarrassed, but they couldn't defend her when the proof was still circulating online. My family, though heartbroken for me, stood firmly by my side. Claire tried everything. Calls, texts, even showing up at my door, but I refused to let her in. Every time I looked at her, I didn't see the woman I once loved. I saw the betrayal, the broken promises, the humiliation she caused me. She had chosen her path the moment she leaned into that stranger's arms. Days later, her friends reached out to me, trying to smooth things over, saying, "It was just a party, you're overreacting." That only fueled my anger. If they thought betrayal could be brushed off as a wild night, then they didn't understand love or commitment at all. They weren't losing their future, I was. And I wasn't about to sacrifice my self-respect for their definition of fun. As the news spread, whispers followed her everywhere. People who had admired our relationship now looked at her with disappointment. The consequences she faced weren't just losing me, they were losing her dignity, her image, her carefully built narrative of being the perfect bride. I moved on slowly, but with a sense of relief. The pain was sharp, but I knew it was better to face it now than years later with a marriage built on lies. Claire had taught me the hardest lesson in the cruelest way. Love without loyalty means nothing. And while she faced the weight of her choices, I walked away free, with my head held high. That morning, when I ended it, she learned the cost of betrayal. She lost not just a wedding, but a future with someone who truly loved her. And I learned that sometimes, the worst night of your life can save you from a lifetime of regret.